A slaver ship approaches one of the Tikaka clan's distributors. In a bold display of characteristic pirate arrogance, I wanted to say ignorance in the face of my weapons, but arrogance I guess is fine too. The ship opens comms with you and offers several slaves. No. Let's take these guys down. The pirates have gotten out of hand. Best you clean this reality up of their kind. And now we have increased notoriety with slavers, which means that they will probably think of us more as a threat. The actions here will reflect poorly upon slavers who might offer you their services. They might no longer offer you better deals if you had previously gained reputation before. I don't care about my reputation with slavers, as long as we can stop them. Anyway, let's see what we can get done. They have a teleporter, so they will most likely teleport attackers on board. But we have a good amount of crew, so we should be able to deal with that. Their lasers are dangerous though, so I'm going to target them first. Yeah, I can already see them. Well, okay, he wants to go here. So what I will do is... let's chase him out of this room. Hang on, this is the correct configuration. And, okay, this is too much for the Orchid Floral. He won't be able to stand against them on his own. I'm going to wait until the first laser volley... Oh no, it doesn't matter. A plane doesn't really matter, because the enemy has enough firepower to punch through our shields and the lasers are synchronized. This is what I'm worried about. Each layer of shield can only absorb 1 damage from a laser. It will absorb a laser shot, however, no matter how much hull damage the laser does. Which means that it is dangerous if the enemy weapons are synchronized like this and they are able to punch through our shields. That said, we can immediately refire. Now, a good strategy for this ship is use the pierce laser to pierce through the first shield layer, take out the shields, and then throw the remaining damage, for example, on weapons. This way the enemy does not really have the power to deal with our firepower, because at least at the start we have vastly greater amounts of firepower than the enemy does. One more attack should do it, no matter which laser. Unfortunately, the slavers don't want to surrender, it seems. Should we take them out? There might be slaves on board, but they could also just be trying to tell us bad stories, and it's difficult. It is difficult to say what we should be doing. You know what? I think I'm going to... Should I take them out? No, I shouldn't be taking them out. It would be harming innocents. In theory, I would now be calling the police. But I don't want to take out the slaves on board. They have done nothing wrong. So I'm going out of my way once again for this. We have arrived at a Federation supply depot for multiverse travelers. These were established across various realities deemed prominent for protection. Little remains of the supply depot other than a small helping of scrap from the Rubble Descensi rebel vessel, but they don't seem interested in fighting. It's a skirmisher. We attack rebels. I probably should have healed before. They don't have a teleporter, so it should be fine if we don't care about it. You go to the shields, please. Their weapons are also synchronized. I'm getting pretty bad luck right now. Yeah, because we're taking a whole lot of damage, but I wanted the weapons out of commission as soon as possible. I should get into the habit of synchronizing my weapons regardless. We can already put you to healing because there's no more shots incoming. And they want to surrender. Can't believe I'm saying this to a Federation scum. If we give you what's in our storage, will you let us live? I'm going to accept that surrender. And once again, I would now be calling whoever the Federation has here to take them in. Friendly, but with a bit of force if necessary. Let's get to the merchant. Stranger, good to see you. Have some scrap on the house. Now that's out of the way. Now that, care for a trade. And he gives us a free tri-iron. The trader, at least on this difficulty, gives us a gift in the starting sector. Stranger, stranger, I see we meet again. The merchant sticks out his tentacle, showing off several things he stashed in his coat. Okay, we can also sell some resources. Low on scrap, stranger? High on resources? Well, lucky for you, stranger, I can take care of that. And I think I'm going to sell some drone parts. Drone parts. If you find yourself with too many parts and not enough useful for them, I think I can solve your problems. This is, by the way, how the slug species talk, and Sylvan the trader is a slug. Another day, another profit for both of us. Eh, stranger? Ah, stranger, stranger, what's a little war crime to who during war, eh? Well, I try to avoid war crimes if I can. I've got my tentacles on some new tech. Come and look. And he has a bunch more weapons for us. We can also sell stuff we don't need. We could even sell the tri-iron, but the tri-iron actually is quite a good weapon if you ask me. It's less accurate, supposedly. It doesn't really say it has a modifier, but it certainly is... it basically has a spread. That's it. It's not less accurate in the sense that it hits less the enemy ship itself, but it doesn't hit a specific room like we were able to target with the lasers, only a general area. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good weapon. We also have particle weapons, crystal weapons, fire flag. This is a anti-crew beam weapon, a bomb that can lock down areas, and this is a beam that rips apart enemy hull, and all that sort of stuff. There's good stuff here, but I don't really need it right now. What I am going to do is install my first internal upgrade. So I can install the scrap gatherer arm. Every ship, or rather every run, every ship at one time can only have one of these arms. I think the scrap gatherer overall might be the most powerful, at least in my opinion. We can install it, and it's going to give us 10% increased scrap from every source we find. I don't think it's from literally every source we get, like we don't get more by selling, but we get more from, you know, events like simply gathering scrap if we had found something at the beacon, all that sort of stuff. And now, the sooner we get this, of course, the longer we will profit from it. At the end, we can sell it for 25 scrap. We are able to get this done, I hope. So I'm going to jump here, then take the next supply, then take the store distress. Hopefully we'll have times for the supply. Let's see. 1, 2... hang on. Oh no, it's still fine. So here, it's going to be here, then it's going to be here, the next one. And here... might be close with the exit. We will see. We will see. Let's take this jump and see what we can get done here. Looks like a rubber ship is here waiting for you. You can't quite make out what the ship is at first. The captain hails you, revealing themselves to have an obnoxiously bright blue hair and a smug glare. Didn't expect to see me here, did you? Haha, that is right, I have returned. It wasn't easy tracking you through time and space, but now I will end you once and for all. Who are you? The rebel captain stutters. You don't remember me? It is I, your arch nemesis, Leia, the infamous Beam Master. Mwahahaha. You think you're so clever, always coming in to ruin my day, but I'm getting smarter. You won't beat me this time, bitch. This is a low-level threat. This enemy possesses very little threat to your vessel. Feel free to disregard any threats made by the captain of this sorry ship. This is, if I'm not mistaken, a fun little Easter egg, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what you would call it. It's basically related to an FTL... What? Teleported? I'm not entirely sure. I heard a teleport sound. No matter. This is related to a FTL sort of small fan-made series. I would have to look up the name of that series. I will probably put it on screen right now, which you should also watch because it's amazing. And the Beam Master basically is an enemy that only has beam weapons, which can't do anything to us because beams by nature, unless they have special modifiers, don't do anything as long as you have shields on. Moments before death, you see Leia whip out a teleporter recall button. This isn't the last time you've seen me, Federation scum. Leia warps away, leaving you utterly confused. Yes, utterly confused. So that's about all. And now we should have profited at least a little bit from the scrap gathering arm. So we can take the next supply depot. This beacon serves as a temporary outpost for multiverse drive-equipped vessels established and maintained by the Federation. Little remains of the supply depot once again, other than a small helping of scrap. A pirate ship jumps in nearby, disappointed to find the supply depot already destroyed. We can't have pirates here. We will fight pirates, if need be to the death. They have the ability to harm us because the laser can deplete our shields, while the beam will then do damage to us. And I'm going to use the prime strategy for this ship. Use the pierce laser in order to... Ooh, it blinked on just in time. In order to take out the enemy's shields and then start hitting it with the normal burst. Take everything we have and let's both forget this never happened. I will graciously accept your surrender and call the police on you the very next moment, if you can even get away, because this beacon is about to be hit by rebels. And they don't mess around even with pirates, if I'm not mistaken. To no surprise, an MV rebel is accosting a nearby civilian store owner. We can rescue the store and get this pirate hopefully off everyone's back. Okay, they have a drone and they have a normal laser, so they can absolutely be a threat to us. The drone does a lot of damage, but usually our shields will recharge in time. Not always, but usually. Ooh, that was super lucky. I probably should have turned off the drone. But also each time that the drone fires upon us, we will gain a level, or rather a point of experience. Be it to our shield, or be it to the guy who's piloting the engines, him, and our pilot. Piloting gives bonus evasion, same with engines. Shields recharge faster, weapons recharge faster, repairs get faster, enemy ship breaks apart and we can salvage it. And we have rescued the store from their attackers. The store owner offers to trade. Last thing, repair increases repair speed, and crew combat, killing enemies hand to hand, increases the damage that we do hand to hand. So what do we have here? Ooh, the recycler bomb. I'm literally rubbing my hands. I'm pretty sure the noise cancellation will, or noise reduction will remove that. But I'm literally rubbing my hands because the recycler bomb is super amazing. It converts useless materials into explosives, has a longer cooldown but requires no ammunition. So we can use this to pierce all enemy shields and literally teleport explosives right on the enemy ship. Also, the Falcon Rad Beam is very good. It's a terrifying beam weapon that does heavy crew damage and weakens enemy crew. They are slower, repair slower, and will be stunned longer if they get stunned by any other source. That said, this store has more pages. Crew teleporter also very nice. Mind control super amazing. Cloaking, if I'm not mistaken, best module by far except for shields and engines. And yeah, this store, if we could buy all of this would be amazing. These things I'm not too impressed by. Improved armories is very nice, but not necessary, usually. I am very much tempted to buy either or maybe both of these weapons if I sell something. Overall, I think the recycler bomb is better. So I'm going to buy that. Should I sell something? Not for the moment. We are not hurting for cash right now. The recycler bomb especially is nice if you want to crew kill enemy ships, because you can use this to do non-hull damage, but you can disable systems and hurt the crew at the same time. Killing the enemy crew is almost always better than, trying to destroy the hull, because then more stuff is left intact.